strong intuition, being in denial, that gut feeling that we often get. A Course in Miracles helps us to truly realize what feeling positive is all about. Understanding our inner divine self, the Holy Spirit, self-healing. There's always been a lot of talk about being in denial and that it can be, how we're untruthful to ourselves. But can the fact of being in denial, so to speak, but can denial also be a good thing, such as denying the illusory thoughts of a thought system of the ego-based mind that only holds us back from the healing that's so often needed in our hearts? It's the self-healing we need to get us where we want to be, because learning to achieve what we want is by letting go of what we don't want. Hello, everyone. This is James Nussbaumer, and welcome to my video blog. The late Wayne Dyer, who I've always been fond of, had talked of denial often being a good thing. And, he's got a set of audio tapes out there that I highly recommend. But I talk quite a bit about the denial thing in my first book, The Master of Everything, A Story of Mankind in the World of Illusion We Call Life. And speaking of Wayne Dyer, I got to meet him once in the early 80s, and I didn't even realize who he was. And when I met the man, I just knew that there was something extraordinary about him. And ever since then, I've bought all of his books, and I talk about that in my first book that I just shown you here. But isn't denial really a matter of what it is that we're denying? Think about this for a minute. While denial may have its positive outlook at times, when we refuse to be aligned to our real knowledge of truly who we are, destructive attitudes can harm loving relationships. In other words, when we're not in line with who we truly are, that's when we have the relationship problems and all the other struggles in life. When I say being aligned with the knowledge of who you are, I mean that you are the power of the universe. And this is why you cannot love or appreciate only in parts. See, when you appreciate yourself, what purpose does this serve? Think about it. It feeds growth and nurtures self-healing. You either do or you do not appreciate yourself. You are either operating by Christ, the Christ mind, or you're operating by illusion. You're either operating by the Holy Spirit within you, which is your inner divine self, or you're operating by the ego mind as your thought system. It's up to you which you choose. There is no middle ground. There's no in between, either or. It's one or the other. This is why if we deny any part of our true reality, we have lost the awareness of all of it. Often we use being in denial as a defense, which makes it capable of being used positively, or it can be decidedly used negatively. Self-healing, when being in denial, so to speak, is mostly used in a negative fashion, it can be destructive because it will be used for attack most often. In this way, we may accuse a person of being in denial because of his or her views that don't see eye to eye with our own. Or there's that group that we belong to that may judge a person as an outcast, declaring that that person lacks belief or lacks the right belief. Does this sound familiar? But let's be real here for a moment and take this to a positive level for self-healing. If we are alert to the Holy Spirit as an aspect of who we are, being in denial as a defense can help us to positively recognize part of reality, a part of truly who we are, and denying anything else as illusion. Please bear with me here for a moment. And yes, you can accept the accusation of being in denial. It is a fact that you do indeed deny illusion, which begins self-healing and when you choose only to accept what you are as knowledge, but not by believing. It's not that you believe in what you are, it's actually knowing what you are. There is a difference there because all beliefs save a little bit of room for self-doubt. You can carry out this being in denial simply and understandably because you know better, not believe better, because you know. When you actually know, there's no room for self-doubt anywhere. Think about those gut feelings. This may seem like an arrogant stance when you know what I'm saying. It may seem arrogant that beliefs leave room for doubt or that knowledge has no doubt. Sure, it may seem arrogant, but it is received as arrogant only to an ego-based mind that has a problem trusting the world and trusting itself. The ego's wrong-mindedness in you may feel guilty by seeing it as arrogant, but the right-mindedness in you knows the truth. A gut feeling, can we say? Sure. We can begin feeling positive about our gut feelings, welcoming them in all kinds of fashions, welcoming them as a strong intuition, perhaps, and the power of miracle manifestation as our own reality. And what is miracle manifestation? Miracles in our lives is when we let go of what we don't want and we bring forward what it is that we do want in our lives. By not denying our intuition or not putting it off as a whim, so to speak, or a lucky guess, we can learn to appreciate its power as entirely the reality of who we are. This strong intuition is your thought, your own thought, and is who you are. A Course in Miracles profoundly states, the light that joins you and your brother shines throughout the universe, and because it joins you and him, so it makes you and him one with your Creator. Yes, one with your Creator, not separate, at one. Strong intuition is something that we know, unlike our beliefs, that save room for doubt. The mind is too powerful to exclude honoring the reality of your real thoughts. Or we can call these divine thoughts, we could say. So make a commitment today to begin living each day, but not denying, but feeling positive about your intuitions and operating by the real magnificent you. If you'd like further information, or if you've enjoyed this article, if you've enjoyed this video, by the way, this video can be seen at my blog, which is in the link down below. Sometimes when we read things, we can piece the pieces of the puzzle that are left out together more easily if we read it and go back to the video. So I've placed this video to the corresponding blog at my blog site, and you can get there and read it at the link down below. And when you get there, you'll see the blog and you'll also see the video again. If you're already at my blog, then you already know that, but I guess I'd mention that for the people on YouTube that are watching this, or at Facebook or Twitter or wherever that may be. But if you've enjoyed this, please click and subscribe on this YouTube channel. And if you'd like to subscribe to my Everyday Miracles newsletter, the link, you'll find that link at my blog site, where the link at this video will take you to. And in my newsletter is where you and I, we together, you the reader and I the author, bring our minds together for self-success in a better world. Now I hope that you really are deciding, on strong intuition, what it is, and what truly is being in denial, and what truly is self-healing and your inner divine self, and what truly is the power of the universe. Isn't it you? I believe so. Thanks again, and I hope to see you at another time.